All right, welcome back to Last Call. In the wake of Hamas's attacks on Israel, more Wall Street and business leaders are pushing back against some of academia's seeming refusal to more firmly condemn them. Here's the latest. Former U.S. Ambassador to China, John Huntsman, and his family will, quote, close their checkbooks to his alma mater, the University of Pennsylvania. The Huntsman family made its fortune in chemical products, and in a letter to the president of the Ivy League school, Huntsman said the university is, quote, become deeply adrift in ways that make it almost unrecognizable. This comes less than a week after Apollo CEO Mark Rowan also said that UPenn's president should resign and urged fellow alum to stop donating money to the school as well. It's not any better at Harvard. According to the New York Times, mega donor Citadel CEO Ken Griffin contacting the head of the university's board last week, demanding it more forcefully condemn Hamas's attacks on Israel. So where does all this go? Will more powerful business leaders cease their donations and push for more change at the top of universities? Let's talk about it now with Anti-Defamation League CEO Jonathan Greenblatt. Jonathan, it's good to have you on again, although I certainly wish it was under far, far different circumstances. This does not seem like a lot of things to be cooling off. If anything, it seems to be ramping up. How far do you see this going?
Well, first of all, Brian, it's good to be back on the show. What I would say is that the situation in the Middle East is really unprecedented. The massacre that occurred last weekend, some 1,400 Israelis burned and butchered and bludgeoned to death. Those that weren't shot were seized as hostages. It is a horrific situation and a clear case of good versus evil. And what you're seeing at Harvard, at the University of Pennsylvania, at NYU and other universities, it's finally a reckoning with the sort of moral relativism that has descended upon these institutions of higher learning.
Why? What do you think? And some of them, we've called them this. Some of these responses have been, in my term, mealy-mouthed.
Yeah. Well, university presidents who seem so quick to jump on every perceived microaggression or every, ill-considered statement on other issues in the face of evil have dithered, have equivocated. And I was talking to someone just a few minutes ago. Think about this, Brian. It's been 9 days since we had the worst terrorist massacre since 9/11. Why are these university presidents failing to find their moral compass? But here's the thing, Brian. Universities are not just students in classrooms. They are communities with multiple stakeholders, including donors, including alumni, by the way, including the employers. So when Bill Ackman says, I'm no longer going to recruit kids who demonstrate such extraordinary lack of common sense, Harvard's got to take that seriously. And by the way, I don't know if you know or not, but today, Les Wexner, founder of The Limited, announced that he was breaking with the Kennedy School because, again, of Harvard's failure to see what the rest of the world has recognized, a clear issue of moral consciousness.
I had not seen that. But again, to our point at the beginning, Jonathan, it seems to be, a lot of these things will be very hot at first and kind of cool off. This appears to be gaining some momentum, probably because people like Ackman, who they're not afraid to put their head up. And so that sort of emboldens others who may have been a little bit more reticent to come up. I'm sure you're talking to Wall Street and business leaders all the time. Do you believe that pressure, the money pressure, the Wall Street pressure, the jobs pressure will continue to be applied until some changes at some of these schools are made?
Yeah, I think something has changed, Brian. I think, again, on the issues that seem to pop up all the time, the red versus blue, conservative versus liberal, right versus left, these universities don't know what to do. But you know what? This was a clear case of evil. This was a slaughter. And so when Ken Griffin leaps in and says, enough, again, when Mark Rowan from Apollo leaps in and says, enough, and his Close the Checkbook campaign has gotten a lot of attention. And just to put that in some context for your viewers, Brian, about a month ago, there was this session at University of Pennsylvania called Palestine Rights. And they brought in well-known anti-Semites like Roger Waters. And Mark Rowan, someone who has been a 40-year donor to the school, said, enough. And so I think Mark and Bill, Ken Griffey and Les Wexner are blazing a new path. I expect other donors from other universities will follow.
And we know that, for folks like King Griffin, the money talks. I mean, and then and we'll see if people walk because of this money talk. I mean, Jonathan, so if there's somebody out there that's a business leader, a big, maybe even not a big donor, just a donor to their alumni, their school that maybe they otherwise love, a business leader, what is your message to them?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I think all of us have agency and free will. And the donor doesn't just need to do what the school says. You have the power to say, hey, wait a second, I don't agree with this. And you can use your resources, whether you're donating money, you're volunteering your time, you're just posting or using social media, whatever the case may be, Brian, you have the free will to say, wait a second, I'm part of this community too, and this is wrong. Donors can talk, alumni can engage, volunteers can get involved. I think, again, the university needs to recognize, maybe now university presidents will, that their community is not just like a group of far-left kids on campus. They need to be responsive to all the varied interests.
Did you see, Jonathan, did you see the University of Florida's response?
Boy, Senator Sass got it exactly right. So that goes kind of to your point. I mean, the reality is these university leaders must have a moral compass. If Ben Sass can get it right, then the president of Harvard can get it right, then they can all get it right. And it's not too much to ask to call out hate when it happens, period.
Jonathan Greenblatt, Anti-Defamation League. Jonathan, best to you. Thank you.
Always good to see you, Ryan.